Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. And the Rebels will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Kentucky's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Quarterback will audible. Harris will throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll go right back to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. Open runway ahead. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs.
First and goal, Kentucky.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Harris back to pass. Moving away from pressure. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he won't come close to the goal line after the catch. How about that stop as the defense takes over? So Ole Miss offense will go to work for the first time. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. The running back and a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
The Rebels moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. The give is to Williams. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got the back over the middle. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
PAT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Miami of Ohio is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to USC. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way from around the 50. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Here's the handoff. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. They'll try to pick up the 1st. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
It's simple play, simple gain. Get that 1st down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
Sends it downfield. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
on to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bush. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The give is to Williams. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt.
Number 14 in punt formation to kick it away.
Oh, my, he just shanked that one. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Going deep. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he got loose, it was all over. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll leave it with him. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. He'll do it himself. Past the sticks and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That is no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Harris back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Going to try to get it himself. Lost the defense. He's wide open. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hobbs it downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. Fires to the right. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stokes. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Harris will throw. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They line up, and it is a long to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now it's dealing with fourth down.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Offense set on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Wide open downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wide out in motion. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
A nice job by this offense, put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Go into halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Going over the top. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage miss.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here for the offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Rebels want to move quickly. Fast motion from the offense. The give is to Williams. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Red pass hits complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. The sure hands, it's Suarez. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Splits the uprights, it's good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier.
Bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those weary ones are.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback checking the play. Harris back to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kentucky.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He leaves it with his back. He breaks a tackle.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Kentucky.
Have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hauls it in. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Good right down the boulevard.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Ole Miss, 16.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Harris will throw. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
16.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Leaves it with the back. Oh, big juke to get past. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Got room at the 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. He now has 80 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Harris back to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick this one.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker, and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Afterburner's coming. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Rebels are on the move. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down and 10th coming. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress.
He's off to the races. And they get him out of bounds after an an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Makes the grab. It's Proctor. Touchdown, Kentucky! Reeled it in and just made the house call. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. DB's right up on the receivers. Fires downfield. Working the middle. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the 2nd half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Harris will throw. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile.
A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. It's caught downfield. slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. On second down, he'll fire. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Deep shot for the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be on it.
Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got his man downfield. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. He's looking to throw it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going for the big play. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they like. They're licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
Harris back to pass. He's going up top. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take another shot here. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.